Hey guys, it's Sean, aka Street View Dude.
Yeah, I know that, dude.
Actually down here in Grayton Beach, another wonderful Florida State Park. We seem to be hitting them all this year. It's down in Santa Rosa Beach, just outside of Destin, and it's a great Florida State Park. It's on the Gulf Coast, and it's an easy drive from Nashville, so we like to come down here quite a bit. Now, I did a Street View, Google Maps Street View last year. It was with the old camera, so I'm updating it this year with the Insta360 X5. It's got the 8K quality, so once this is uploaded, you'll be able now to go into Google Street View and see the quality. It's going to be a little bit better. You'll be able to see the site numbers a little better. Plus, I didn't have a full 3D or 360 campground tour last year. So that's going to be updated this year too. So we're going to take care and knock both things out. First thing I'm going to do is walk you through the campground. It's a little bit easier. That way I can describe each site for you. There are some sites that don't work for some rigs, so I'm going to point those out. Then I'm going to get on the bike and go down the main path down to the beach. So we'll put that toward the end. So obviously, as you're going through this, you can always fast forward to your site if you're gonna be staying here. This is gonna be a 360-degree video, okay? I may have it also as a version of just a flat video, but we'll see. The 360s seems to be what more people like. They like to go through and zoom up and down and all around to see their site. So I'm gonna go ahead and start here. I can't even remember what site I'm on, so I do that all the time, tripping over the lamps. Okay, let me walk out here to our site. We are on site 56, so I'm gonna start here. But the first thing I need to do, I'm gonna put this over my head, so you won't be able to see me on the actual Google Maps Street View. So the next time you go onto Google Maps, you can look down at the ground, you'll see our logo, Street View Dude logo, and you know, check out all the different parks. I'll have some links to some of the parks that we've done. We've done quite a few this year, so we're gonna keep them going. So if you know of a park that doesn't have a street view, let us know. Put it down in the comments. I'd love to try to get as many as I can knocked out, especially these Florida State parks. They're fantastic. So we're gonna go ahead and start the tour. Thanks for watching. Would be great if you liked, subscribed, get the notification bell so the next time we put a video out, you'll be notified, and hope you enjoy this. So we'll see you on the other side. I'm gonna put this over my head. All right, here we are. Again, we're on site 56. I'm gonna go against the traffic so I can see if people are coming my way. Here's site 55. It's got some low hanging right there, so if you do have a Class A, you'll probably scrape a little bit there. It won't be too bad. Here's a Class A on site 54, right on the corner. Don't seem to have any problems. Now, you're gonna have a lot more sun that's gonna hit this one, and again, you are on the corner. So, looks like people are checking out here, so I'm gonna make my way. We'll go back down toward the campground loop in just a little bit. Somebody's taking off. Okay, we're gonna go around here. This is one of the bathhouses to the right. And there are washers and dryers. At this point, one of the washers I think was out of service, but there's another section that has washer and dryer. Dumpsters right here as you go out. It is one way. So again, the restrooms there. Site 53, we stayed on that last year. That's actually a good site. A lot more sun though. You do get a lot of sun during the day, but it is private. Site 52 there. This is a pull-through site. When I go to it, I'll tell you the site number, 52. See how nice and wide these sites are. What's great about this state park too, it's only 30 bucks a night. I mean, it's full hookups. Now, when you add all the other fees, you know, it gets up to about 42. All right, site 51 is here. Site 50 is next to it. Not as much privacy, but it's not bad. Plenty of room. Okay, and again, anytime, fast forward. You don't have to listen to me talk if you don't want to. Okay, we've got two sites here. Yeah, the pull-through site, site 49. So if you need a pull-through site, that's a good one. 47 is probably an ADA site, I'm gonna bet, because it is concrete. 48 is here, nice Airstream on it. Probably gets a lot more sun. 46 here on the left. All the sites are fairly level. There's a little path to the bathhouse. 45's here, it's got an Airstream on it. Another ADA site. Always try not to book those unless somebody needs it. 44's here, it's a good site. Now if you notice, this is a paved section with gravel sites. There's another section that doesn't have that. So if you have a choice, it's always nice to have paved roads and gravel sites. Site 43 is awesome. Look at that. See the puppy in the front. All right, site 42, another nice big site. I can't see the site number on that one. 41 is back there. Looks like you have a little bit of view to the water back there. 40 is a little bit, it's not as deep, but you could still fit a Class A on there easy. Okay, we're gonna come back up because our site is up there, 56. I'll hit these 3 or 4 on the way back up. So let's head this way. So sites 1 through 39 are gonna be this way. We stayed on this site last year. Where's the site number on that? I don't see it. Huh. All right, well, that's interesting. I don't see it on either one of these. I can't remember the site number on that. I'm gonna go against the traffic here. Y'all can pull up the map. I'll have the map to the campground online so you can see the site. So this one is a pull through. Site 38. 38's a pull through. That's a good one. It's 37 on the right. There's 36. And again, if you notice, it's not paved. So if it does rain, it's going to get a little dirty back here. Site 35 is here on the right. Hello. 34 is nice. You got to watch the low-hanging trees there. 33, that's a good site. Got some ruts back here, so if you're coming through, that's why I didn't ride the bike too, because it would have been bouncing around. 32 is a good site. You can fit anything on. Here's a deep site, site 30. That's nice, shaded, but you notice some of the trees. You're going to scrape a little bit if you're in a Class A, even a Class C. You're going to scrape, but shouldn't do much damage. Okay, so 31's here, same thing, low hanging, really low hanging. So just be careful there. I wouldn't put a Class A on site 31. Hello. Site 28's good. He's got a Class A. Some of these back to the water, and they have paths back to the water. 29, again, low hanging. These right here, the 27, 29, I try to avoid. There's a path that goes to the water. .26. Ooh, that's a nice one. Look at there. It does have a path straight to the water. Look at that. You can almost see it, the water through there. So you can paddleboard on that water. 27's there. He barely fit. I bet you he scraped a little bit, but it looks good. So 27, 29, 31 is going to give you a little trouble. Same thing here. 25. It's low hanging. So there's a path to the water. 24 is here. That you can fit anything on that. I can't see the site number on that one to the right. Okay, 22 is here. Got a helicopter going over. Hello. Yeah, it's not. It's a camera. All right, 21 is here. They've got a Class C in there. I think you're okay. 20 is back here. They get a Class A. That's a little bit shorter sight though. 19, you can fit anything on that one. Backs up, the bathhouse was back that way. 18 is here, kind of goes up a little bit, then it levels out. I think you can fit anything on that one. It goes to the water. 17 is a little more shallow, but I think you can fit anything on it. And again, all of these are full hookup. 16, a little shallow, but you can fit on there. 15, the same way. 14, deeper sight. I think they should put more gravel out here personally, but 13, that's a really deep sight. I think you could fit anything on that one. 12, looks good. There's another path to the water. 11 looks good. Got a little bit of low hanging, might scrape a little bit. That one, definitely you've got some low hanging on that one. I'll have to figure out the site number. That one is 9. 9's decent. 8. So the other one must have been 10. So I say site 10, you might have to try to avoid if you've got a Class C or Class A. 7. It's a good site. It is kind of out here in the open. 6. A little shallow, but it'll work. Yeah, if you're on 7, you do have a little dog walking area here that is convenient. Site 5 is a good site. 4 is here. That's wide open, so you're going to get a lot of sun on that one. Depending on the time of the year, you might want some sun. Okay, yeah, there is a dump station here, but you really don't need it. You got the hookups. That goes to the other bathhouse. It does have a washer and dryer as well. Site 2, stayed on that one before. It is a little shallow, but it works. And when it's really dry, you do get a lot of dust that comes through here. Didn't catch the site number on that one. This one is site, what is that site? 11, so that goes through, is that 1 or 11? I think that's 1, actually. Okay. So, what did we say? I do not see the markers on that. And I've stayed on these. Huh. Okay, well, couldn't tell you. Okay, we're gonna go back up to our little loop here. I don't see a site number on that one either. It's like 61, 61, that's a good one. You are out in the open though. 60's here on the left. It's more shallow, but this is a huge fifth wheel they've got on there. 59 is an ADA site that looks good. Again, the bathhouse is right there. 57's a good site, another ADA site. This is a 58's a deep site. And then we're back here on our site, site 56. Okay, so that's so much for the campground part of this tour. So yeah, again, I'm gonna continue on the bike, so I'm gonna get on that in a minute. But if you have to leave, hey, thanks for watching. It'd be great if you subscribed. And wow, I'm out of breath. Okay, now it's time to go down to the beach. I'm gonna start up at the guard shack. And if there's not a line, I'm gonna go on up the road a little bit. If there's a line, I'm just gonna turn around and take it all the way down to the beach. So you'll be able to do the 360 on that to see all the parking that you can do down there. There's paddleboard areas and everything like that where you can rent paddleboards and kayaks, I believe. So, okay, here we go. I'm gonna pause this and we're gonna start it back in again in a minute. All right, here we go. Okay, the last time, sorry about that. The last time I did this, I did not finish the street view. So right here is going to be new on Google Maps. So on the street view, this is now going to show up, this section right here. So this is the main driveway to the campground. Okay, around to the right. I'm going to go out and up the main drive and come back through the gate if there's not a line here. So you got firewood here that you can get. I think it's $9 plus tax. You can park here if you need to get in the office. It is secured with a gate and a code. And at the end of the day, when you need to, or when you're taking off at the end of your trip, you can pull up here. And if you're towing a car, you can hook up your toad. So that's what we plan on doing on Sunday. All right, so let's go on up to the main road and then I'll turn around. Google Maps actually has this section on. I'm going to turn around right here only because here comes some cars and I don't want to fight with them, to be honest. And here comes Leanne back behind me. All right. So let's keep this thing. And they do charge if you're not camping here. You can see the sign there. I do have to wait in line, unfortunately, just for safety. Okay. All right, that seems to be working. Hey there, on site 56. Ice, you get ice. Well, there's Miss Leanne behind us. Okay, again, camping areas here to the left. So you can see how quick it is to the beach. So you can tote your stuff to the beach if you want. We have a cart that we could put behind the bike that does help. And then you can also take your stuff in your car and park. All right, sorry if there's wind noise. There is a lake there that you can't paddleboard. So again, this section has never been on Google Maps. So the next time you go onto Street View, you can see all this. The tide is about mid-tide here. So it's a nice ride. You got dunes here. They've been here for a long time. There really hasn't been a hurricane that has slammed into this area. I'm going to go through here first. This is a picnic area, kayak launch. Okay, oversized vehicle parking. So it looks like you can rent paddle boards here. And if you haven't checked in yet, you can park here. I think you can even park for the day if you're not camping here. Okay, here's your paddle rentals. Hey guys. And it does have a sign for alligators there, so be careful. Okay, got a little picnic table pavilions there if you need them. I think you can rent those. Hey, I don't even know if you, I don't think you rent them. I just think you just take them. going on down. All right, they are working on the boardwalk here. So they have another path to it, so you have restrooms there, a vending machine. I'm gonna go this way. So you can park your bikes. They do have a little rinse-off shower up there. Here's a good, nice pavilion. Well, there you go. Greetings from the Gulf of America. How about that? All right, you have a little nature trail here. You can take your pets on. Watch out for the sand spurs. So lots of good parking. You can't really park an RV back here. So if you're gonna bring your RV for the day, go into the first spot, first parking area. All right, hey guys, thanks for watching. Hope this wasn't too boring for you. You got to see Grayton Beach State Park Campground. Got to see where you can park, where you can get a kayak if you need one. And this is gonna be on Street View. So next time you're on Google Maps, just look down and do the Street View overlay, and you're gonna see the Street View Dudes logo, and you're gonna see everything that we created. So once you come in the gate, that's Google Maps, but after the gate, it's everything that we've created. So hope you enjoy it, and y'all have a great day. See ya.
Party on, dudes!
Good one, dude.